life doesn't really mean anything without my family. And so really, like, I do things for my family when I'm down. I think about them, and that kind of picks me back up. And also kind of similar story with Oxford and Cambridge, right? So when I applied for Oxford as well, people are like laughing at me like, why are you doing that? Oxford, why are you applying that? And Oxford was actually the only place I applied for my master's degree, because I was like, this is where I want to go. But, but again, the money was a problem. I'm like, shit, how am I going to pay for this?
Money.
And fortunately, I was able to, I got in. I was so excited, because until you get in, like, that's all I'm thinking about. Please, let me get in, And once you get in, you're like, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to go. So I started just trying to hustle as well, going up to businesses and being like, I'm about to go to Oxford, and if you support me, I can do some work for you. I went to Rotary clubs and telling them what about we do this deal and you give me some scholarship and I'll help you do some of this stuff on the side, or when I come back I can work for you briefly, blah blah blah. And I was so stressed out because it was nearing the decision time for me to tell them that I'm gonna go, but I had no money yet. So one day after doing all this, I was so exhausted. I had such a bad stomach ache from so much stress and anxiety. And then I get a letter from Oxford saying they're gonna give me a full scholarship. But the thing is, thank you, I don't think I would have gotten it if I didn't try though. And I just feel so grateful that because I have put in so much effort, because setback after setback, people rejecting me, rejection after rejection, but I didn't stop that, I kept going. And I think that was, really important, kind of keeping your eye to the prize and just going for it. And there's I'll just finish real quick with this strategy that I use. I try to do these 3 R's. One is recover, replan, and realize. So recover is about recovering, because sometimes when things are down, it's so hard to get out of it, right? You're like, I'm such a failure, this world sucks, nobody's here for me, God, where are you? Why aren't you responding to my prayers, right? But what's wrong with you, man? I'm talking to you, listen to me and make this happen. And then but I try to recover and reach out to people who support me, and they kind of, make me feel better. They're like, they butter you up, they're like, you've done well so far, your family or close friends or supporters. And that's really cathartic also to kind of express your feelings and so on. And I try to think about inspiration quotes like MLK Jr.'s quote, which is always on my work screen. So it's if you cannot fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But no matter what you do, you gotta keep moving. And that's what I gotta look at every day when I feel like I'm so down. And then the next thing is replan. So you you gotta re-strategize. Okay, these obstacles came about. Okay, what am I gonna do? But then just kind of try to, after you recover and feel better, be like, okay, this is where I want to go. Reflect on it, and then these are the obstacles. And look at my resources. How can I get there with my resources and what I got? And then the last one is realize. Realize your goals. Realize your plan. Execute it and deliver it. So yeah, this was really useful for me, and especially about 2 months ago or so, and I was going in a really deep down, kind of depression-ish, because everything, sometimes when bad things happen, they all happen at the same time, right? It's why? Come on. So I learned that my dad was really ill through my cousin who messaged me on Facebook, and she's like, why are you not coming home? He's sick. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's got cancer. I'm like, what? I didn't know this. Why is nobody telling me this? And then the real reality of money and how we're gonna do this. And then I learned that my brother was in a lawsuit. I was like, what? And this is gonna cost us a lot of money. And then I learned that a friend, a mentor that I respected, she committed suicide. So she's an incredible woman. She went to law school, top notch and all that, and she did some investigative work on corruption in Africa. And those companies were just bombarding her with lawsuits after lawsuits, and she just got drowned in all these lawsuits and met some bad boyfriends, and then she just couldn't handle it anymore. And all of that happened in 2 weeks. And I was like, this sucks. And honestly, it took me a full month to recover. But I think you gotta, when you have your support and friends, remember whenever you're down there, there's always somebody for you, and there's always gonna be light in the end. You should keep trying.
So now we're just going to go for a quick 10-minute break. And yeah, so make sure you use our Snapchat filter. Make sure you talk to somebody new. Yeah.